All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to our guide for the new Bundesliga promo. So we've been spending some time breaking down everything and all the best passes you can do, free to play, how much it's going to cost you. But Layman, if you're definitely not getting Layman free to play, first of all. As the prime icon 99 overall keeper, it looks like it will cost about like 400 Canadian, about 40,000 FIFA points, 100,000 gems. With everything, as always, hang on as long as you can in the promo before spending your Bundesliga points, because you never know what they're going to put in. You never know what they're going to add or change into the promo and stuff like this, but it's a pretty straightforward promo. If we go with this, we get 5 Bundesliga points for our first skill game, 5 for the second game, 5 for the third game, 5 for the next game, each of those 3 stamina, and then you get to play one of these 2 skill games. Really like this fact that if you play the harder one, which hopefully we can actually beat, you get yourself 10 points, and you can have a chance of packing yourself one of these players, which would be kind of nice. And then if you play the other one, which is a bit easier, well, actually a lot easier, you don't have a chance to get a player, but you do get the 10 Bundesliga points, which is nice. So if we're going with these ones here, what you do is you take those points and then you can spend them on any of the paths. So this first path, this is kind of like the medium level expensive path that you go through. You spend all these points, you claim all the players along the way, and then once you claim the final node and every one of the players, so all 3 of the players, then you have to still put together a full squad of 85 overall players, and then you can get yourself the 97 master. So as we talked about a lot in the chat, it's going to be very, very difficult to get that 85 overall squad, especially if you don't have a lot of coins saved up, those kind of things. So like right now we only have 19,000 coins because we spent a lot of it trying to level our team up before. So if you're kind of short on coins, that's going to be difficult to do. My one thought maybe was with this million coins, if the players start to drop after the original, like right now they're really expensive by players in the promo, but if it starts to go down, maybe that million coins would help us you know, to level some of the players up to 85, but I think it would be a bit of a stretch getting yourself that 97 overall master card to get in there. But you still could claim the other cards that go before it along here, getting yourself the training experience here, getting yourself the skill boost. And that's the one thing like I'm thinking is because you do get some, you know, training experience, you do get some, you know, coin stuff. So if you're buying some of maybe like the, you know, 79 overall cards, leveling those cards up, you may actually be able to have a little bit better of a deal as you're going through that. So we'll kind of play around with that as we get closer. Best way to say, save up your points so that you're not spending too many points as you go through that one. So basically, if you're going through it, the one thing that we want to look at first is how you actually get the points. So you start with 15, you get daily 24 every day. Make sure you play it when you max at 15, because once you max at 15, then it's not going to count over that. So every 24 hours you get about 431 points over the 18 days. In the 2 weeks, if you buy all the coin packs, you're going to get an additional 225. Ads will get you 162, which totals 833 stamina. Now the coins are going to be difficult if you're short on coins because it's 150,000 per one, so that's one where maybe you have to save up some of those coins first, or hopefully, you know, move a little ways along so you can kind of gain some coins to try and unlock those things as well. So if you're short on coins, that's going to be difficult with the coin packs. That will get you a little bit less. I think it's going to get you about 700 or something like that. Well, actually, I guess I could just look. It's going to get you 600 and so it's going to get you just over 600 stamina from there. So you will get a little bit less stamina out of there. The points you get are basically double what you have. So if you have 800, we're basically about 1660. If you're looking at 600, you're about 1300 that you would get. So from those, we can start to claim the different players. Each path has a different amount of value to it. So this is one of the mid-range cheap packs. Unfortunately, the card that everybody wanted, this Holland card, is going to be the expensive path. This is the path that's going to cost you an absolute fortune to get through. The card is an absolute beast. I love the look of the stats. 130 shot power, 120 positioning, 125 dribbling is a very nice looking card. He's going to be a beast. And you get Royce along the way, you get Witzel along the way. So you get a really nice, you know, group of cards along the way to get there. But first of all, you're going to have to create that squad. Second of all, this path, unfortunately, is going to be the most expensive. We bring up the numbers here. You can see at the bottom, it totals 1920. So definitely not something that you could get free to play. You could technically, if you wanted to, spend 25,000 gems, it looks like, to get that, unless other things are going to pop up as well. So if you're going through there, that's the one thing that you should be kind of careful with. If you go the main path, you do the player pass, and then you can total it up at the end. So that's the Dortmund path. The Dortmund path is the expensive one if you want to go with one of those 2 paths there for Dortmund or Schalke. If we go to the Franken Derby, this one is the cheapest. Well, tied for the cheapest pass. Basically, these two paths here, you can see 590 total to claim the end game players at the end. But again, if you stop short and only pick up these 92 masters along the way because you don't have the coins to build the team, it's going to cost you a little bit less from that as well. If you want to go the full way, it's going to be 590. 120, 180 are the player 1 and player 2 rewards, and it probably would cost you about, you know, so you're probably looking at about 480, 470 or something like that, if you wanted to claim the 3 players from there. So if we go through there, we can claim the players from there. And then the final one that we have, well, I guess the second other one is basically the exact same as that. So this one is going to be the exact same as this one. Did I just go into the same one? No, I went to the other one. That one is going to be the exact same as well. Just have the same amount of points, 590 for that one. And then the final one that we have, this one is going to be a little bit more pricey, but cheaper than your first match, which is 1,030 to go all the way and claim one of the players at the end. So that's to claim one of the masters at the end, how many points it's going to take you, how much stamina. Don't forget that you also have to pay stamina to do this as well. So when you're calculating these things, you also want to be careful of the stamina that you have to play the match, and the fact that you need the full teams from it. So what I'm kind of looking at doing, my sort of goal and strategy of this promo is to probably claim as many players other than the end game players along the way. Use this as a really good opportunity to build coins up in this promo. So what I'm thinking of doing is going and taking you know, a path like this one, maybe or probably not. I might even actually go for one of the cheaper paths, claiming the players there so that I can get that 8 and then get myself this Davies card. I really want this Davies card. That's going to be the one that I'm kind of shooting for. That's my big end game card that I'm looking for. But if you have the coins, you do have enough coins. If you can build the team, I can't do this because I don't have enough, but if you can build the team, you can get yourself a 97 player from this one. Then you can go back and you can do the first players, or you can go, not this one, you definitely cannot do the Dortmund one. I went into the wrong one. You can go into one of these 2 cheaper ones, and you can complete one of these paths as well. So you can get yourself a 94, a 97, and you can get yourself one of these players that you would get once it loads up, one of these players that you could get from claiming the choice packs out of these 94 overall players. So if you have the coins to build the team, if you have these things free to play, you can get yourself a 94, you can get yourself a 94 master at the end of one of the paths, and you get yourself a 97 master along the path, and every player that goes along the play. All of those players are auctionable. These players are auctionable now. The other players are going to be auctionable at the end of the promo, so you can use that to build up some coins at the end of the promo. You just aren't going to be able to do that right away. Overall, I don't think it's a bad promo. I think it's a pretty decent promo. Especially, I think it's nice because you can get rewards if you're starting out in this game. If you're new to the game, you can get lots of coin rewards, lots of skill boost rewards, lots of training experience, which is something that's going to be really helpful to you early on in this one. If you've been playing for a little while and you have the coins, you get yourself a 97, a 94, another 94 out of that one. You can get yourself a 94 if you're just starting out in that game. That Davies card definitely obtainable. And actually, if you want to spend money on this game, and you spend money on this game, 400 for a prime icon is the cheapest one we have. So it's heading in the right direction. It still has some ways to go, I feel like always, but you know, I think there's a lot of really cool additions that they had in this promo that I haven't seen in promos before. Like being able to do this, a lot of choice of what you want to do, the ability to make coins on the market, you know, buying and selling players from these different squads in the Bundesliga. So really cool, kind of, I feel like how they set this promo up, lots of depth to it. I don't think I can complain about this promo. I don't think I can complain about this promo. The only thing that's a little bit tough, I think, and that's the tough thing, especially for a squad that's just starting out like the squad here. It'll be a lot easier on my main squad, but on this squad right here, the tough part of this is going to be how you're going to come up and build these squads for the 94s and the 97s at the end. I kind of feel that the 94s shouldn't have been an 85. Like, you know, they'd made everything else a little bit less, so 94 being a little bit less might be helpful with that. But for now, you could be hanging on to things for SBCs, all of those different stuff as well, just saving up coins. All in all, I think it's a pretty decent promo. I got to give a pretty big thumbs up, I feel like, to FIFA Mobile on this one. It didn't completely disappoint as we go through. Definitely, and I don't think too many people could argue about this, better than the La Liga Rivals promo. That's one thing I would say. I think it's better than the Liga Rivals. I guess in the end, people were able to get Messi, so some people are a little bit happier. But that was more because of the Football Freeze promo, not the La Liga Rivals promo. Okay, so now I gotta try and beat this. How did they get that throw? I gotta try and beat this match here. I couldn't. Okay, that's got to be my throw. I couldn't even beat the match in the Champions. What? In the Champions League. So I'm gonna have a trouble probably trying to do this. I hope this doesn't waste too much stamina. I hope I get my stamina back if I lose. I also hope that there's extra time. Okay, here we go. Oh, one more to him. One more to him. One more to him. Get there, gimmick on him. Oh, he gets past him, and he posts it. What a terrible shot, and then that guy wasn't running to it, and I couldn't switch to him. I should have had it. I should have had it. Now Coutinho's just gonna blast through my team right there. This is not good. This is not good. Not to Lewandowski. Oh, come on, keeper. What terrible play from my team right there. Like, the keeper's got to pick that up. I know that he's only like a silver keeper, but your keeper's got to pick that thing up right there. From the missed shot that we had. In the box, get it off. It's in. Yes. There you go. There you go. That's what we needed. That's really what we needed. And I think we were actually, I feel like we should have got a penalty shot had it not gone in. Right in the 105th minute, we put that first goal in. We gotta try and beat him in the PKs. That's gonna be the difficult part. The question is, do we just pass it around and try and beat him in PKs? Or do we do the thing we shouldn't do, which is try and win it? I think doing the thing I shouldn't do is gonna backfire on me. Okay, good ball into the middle. One of you. How long is this extra time? Okay, penalty shootouts. We almost ruined it with trying to not ruin it, but we get penalty shootouts in the end. Let's hope that we actually hit the net on them. Whoa! I think I'm gonna stay. I'm not sure what to do, but I think I'm gonna stay down the middle here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep. Now it gets nerve-wracking. I'm staying in the middle. I don't trust moving. I don't trust the moving. Whoa, he missed! He missed! Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? How did he miss that? That was the craziest miss ever. That was the craziest miss ever. Now we just gotta win it out. Now we just gotta win it out. We deserve a player after this. Oh, that was a really hard shot. Clutched it out. Now we just gotta make the save. Make the big save. Oh, Coutinho. Lining up here. I might try and guess it. He's going to the right. Oh, I guessed the wrong way. I guessed the wrong way. This is it. Everything is on the line right now. Just beat Neuer. The way to do it. That's the way to do it. 6-4, the final in penalties. We're going to find out if we're going to get a player out of this one. We're probably just getting the points. We just get the points, but we tried it. Ooh, there's a different game each time. That's kind of cool. You play a different game each time you go through that. But there you go. We went through our first set of those things. So that's the first part of that. That's the breakdown of the promo. Not sure which path we're going to choose yet, so I'm going to hang on to my points for now. We have 30 points. So we can start going a little ways through one of these ones. I don't know what I'm going to pick out and kind of think a little bit more about this, but hopefully this helped you. Thank you for checking this out. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde.